13. What now? The insights in this book are based on current research, and just as much as our understanding of the world has changed throughout time, these insights and understandings that determine our actions can also change through time. With the internet, it is easy to scrutinize the information presented. This is important as it keeps you adjusted to reality and allows you to calibrate towards the better version of yourself. I like this metaphor because having your best self as a framework is a very practical and realistic measuring tool to compare yourself with. It is unique to each person without having to generalize what is best for people to do. Ideally, you want to align your actions with the best version of yourself at any time. It is better to define this best version based on scientific findings rather than emotional attachments. For example, if you don't mind smoking, yet you know it is better for you not to, then you could acknowledge that a better version of yourself wouldn't smoke. The same would apply to other habits you would consider to be bad. The extent to which you can overcome these bad habits will greatly define your personal growth. Chapter 12. Why do you want what you want? We live in a heavily consumption-focused culture, where having more and more is associated with success. So when people think about what they want, a lot of the time, they want more than what they already have. You can wonder to which extent this is your own free choice, if what you want is heavily conditioned by your environment. Analyzing the concept of freedom and evaluating how much it applies to us rather than letting it be defined by our conditioning allows us to reflect on our actions more consciously. But as long as we feel entitled, we have a hard time seeing our choices for what they are. We will more easily backwards rationalize to make it fit within our current paradigm, since our will is merely the drive to reduce dissonance within our neural activity. Depending on what neural networks are active, your needs change all the time. A good salesman, for example, knows exactly which parts in your brain he has to activate to make us want something we don't want at all. This is just one example of how our perception of free choice is something we tend to rationalize afterwards. Self-awareness allows us to put our decisions in a larger context, where our needs are perceived through a wider lens, allowing us to make more accurate decisions. This is probably one of the more powerful insights in this book. For example, there is no wealth in the world that you could want that would be more valuable than what you already have. Realizing this may make you value what you have a lot more. This is quite present in spiritual beliefs such as Eastern philosophy and can still be relevant in today's society. Not taking what you have for granted will benefit you more than the excitement from acquiring superficial things and will result in a more fulfilling and minimalist lifestyle. We still have more luxury than kings or queens 1,000 years ago, so it is just a matter of perspective. That is one reason why the gratitude meditation is so helpful to me. As times change and society gets more and more wealthy, the real richness comes from within.